Let me piss you guys off again today. I don't believe in marriage institution. I don't believe in it. In marriage. Do you understand? Not because I genuinely have a problem with that thing, but because I started to understand what marriage institution really is. And mind you, nobody taught me this thing. I started to understand it on my own. I have been somebody that has been into this agricultural stuff. I used to rear animals and I have farms in my father's house. I have plants. And let me tell you something, the more you are around nature, the more you are going to start be seeing things differently. One thing with human beings is that we have brain. Our brain is complex. So therefore, we always think things and be trying to invent new things, That's why there are some things that are being done now that were not done in the past. There are some things that are being done in the past that are not being done now. So I want to explain to you what marriage really is. Marriage is not what they taught you it was, or maybe what you think it is. Marriage is simply legal slavery of women. There was a time when women are seen as properties. We are still being seen as properties now, just that it's not as much as it was in the past. Do you get? Women are being sold as products to men because men had this desire to own everything. Like they want to own a piece of land, they want to own houses, they want to own this one, they want their name to be attached to something. Women are not seen as human beings. We are seen as objects to own by men. That's why when a man comes to marry you, he pays your bride price. Men used to marry as many women as they liked. The fact that they are not doing one man, one woman is all because of religion. Do you understand? That's why they are not doing one woman, one man. But marriage is not natural. You don't really need to marry a man to procreate with that man or to get pregnant or to give birth for humanity to continue. The way women were being sold in the past is like this. Women are being seen as objects. Just the way I'm wearing these clothes. Now, if I want to sell these clothes, I'm going to sell it to somebody and the person is going to buy it from me based on the quality of my clothes, how much they really need it, and the value. Do you understand? So that's the way they used to sell women. Women are being sold according to their age. Secondly, their ability to procreate or bear children. Thirdly, is according to whether the girl is a virgin or not. If the girl is a virgin, then the girl is more expensive. Women are being seen as products to buy and sell to men, not as human beings. Do you understand? And that tradition is what they have continued to now. Bobaziya marriage. The world is evolving. One thing Nadia water. There was times when they used to kill twins. All of a sudden they stopped killing twins. That time now, if somebody came out now and said, stop killing, open up more at that time. See, stop killing twins. Twins are human beings too. There are some people that will come and stone me to death and say that what I'm saying is abomination. Now that is exactly the way you're seeing me now. Me that is telling you about marriage being a scam. And it is women that it affects, not necessarily men. I can swear on my life, and I'll still be much alive, that 99% of marriages currently in this present day and age, including that one that your mother and father is there trying to defend them, that they're happy marriages, are not happy marriages. They are not happy in that marriages. It requires the man and the woman to continue to tolerate themselves for the marriage to stand, because marriage is not a natural thing. If something is natural, you don't have to force it to stand. When you look at plants, female plants don't go about looking for a particular male plant to stay with and marry to give birth or to start producing fruits. When you look at animals, female animals, they don't necessarily, or maybe the male animals don't necessarily go and start looking for a particular female animal to attach him or herself to start procreating. They don't do like that. The same thing goes to human beings. Humans don't necessarily need to attach themselves to one man or maybe one woman. You know the invention and they make. There was a time men buy as many women as you are buying and selling. That's why as a woman, once a man pays your bride price, you have to take his last name. You have to stay submissive because you are now like the man's property. If you are a wife, you are your husband's property. Do you understand? You now have to be doing everything for him, cooking for him, washing his clothes. When I come out and say I don't want to do this and that, somebody will come and tell me that I'm lazy, I'm this and that, because I refuse to, be your slave. Yeah, you know about what slaves do. Not a wife is supposed to be a partner. If I should start talking about or maybe start supporting marriage, but I will not support it because it is not a natural thing. Some of you still don't get it. This is even how it's done naturally. If a guy gets me pregnant and I give birth, I, the mother, is the one that will be taking care of my child. That's why when you look at animals, naturally it is the mother that is taking care of that child. Then after I will continue to take care of my child until that my child reaches an age where he or she can now fend for him or herself. Then I will leave the child. The child is now an individual on his own or her own. Do you understand? Not necessarily attaching myself to a particular man. If I decide to get pregnant for another man again, can decide to do that. That's how procreation continues. That's how peace continues. Don't all this, my man is cheating, my woman is, because what people are doing is not even natural. It's a way you have to force it to stand. You need for nurturing. Very soon now, marriage will stop. Many people will stop getting married. Many people will stop getting, I'm telling you, because marriage is no longer working. There are so many high rates of divorce. And let me tell you how divorce started too. When you talk about divorce is simply a law that men themselves created for women that are no longer interested in the men that married them. Because women were seriously poisoning their husbands because their husbands were not treating them well. And due to that poisoning, there was high rates in the death of the male gender. So there was a time divorce did not exist. There was a time divorcing was illegal. Some of you still don't get it.